Are now publicly describing the deaths of those two NYPD police officers an assassination. Let's bring in our justice reporter, Evan Perez. Evan, this is pretty extraordinary for the Attorney General to go ahead and say these two police officers were assassinated.
Well, the Attorney General is responding because there's been some criticism of him and the department for some of their investigations of police departments around the country, and also for, at least in the view of some officers, not giving enough backing, not giving enough support to police officers. And today he had a conference calls with activist groups, with civil rights groups, to announce a new Deputy Attorney General, Sally Yates, from Atlanta. And in that call, he said, he reminded everyone that his own brother was a former Port Authority police officer in New York, and described that experience. And he said that it's not only possible but necessary to have both a responsible dialogue about ways to reduce excessive uses of force, while at the same time condemning threats to law enforcement officers and taking steps to protect cops on the beat. Wolf, and that's one of his concerns now, is that the rhetoric has gotten out of control, and he wants to make sure people understand that he supports the police, while also, as you said, making sure that these families know that he supports them. The assassin, the murderer, the killer, whatever you want to call him, Ismail Brinsley, he shot and injured his ex-girlfriend. Then he drove to New York, or was driven to New York. Maybe he went on a bus, I'm not exactly sure, but he got to New York. The Baltimore police, they were trying to get some information to the NYPD. You're getting new information on how this unfolded. Right. This was a frantic effort, Wolf. About 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 2:10, is when the Baltimore County Police Department realizes that he's in Brooklyn, and they want to make sure that the precinct up there is aware of this. They have a 30-minute conversation. The detective from Baltimore is having a conversation with the New York detectives to describe what's on these Instagram threads and to make sure that they can get this information out to the officers. At the request of NYPD, he sends a fax with the wanted poster of the suspect, Brinsley. Less than 2 minutes later, these officers were dead. It's not clear whether this information could have been gotten to these officers in time. They never saw him coming.
Well, that was the best technology they had, a fax machine?
Well, that's it is a fair criticism of that. The NYPD says that they're trying to install new iPads and smartphones, giving each officer this technology so that they can get this information more quickly. A lot of times, officers get this information when they're signed up, when they show up for roll call in the morning or in the afternoon before their shift starts.
All right, Evan Perez, thanks very much. Good reporting.